say good morning. Queens don't always talk and look nice and polished. Being a queen has more to do with having balls to do what you weak fucks won't do.
I'm getting this nigga in the morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Vanessa Smiles said the Richard. Yeah.
Step to the screen. This is because we don't want to put these on, but we may have to today. We might have to. We just might have to. Salute to Unified Technology for showing up in the chat early. Thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated. I'm trying to bring my phone closer to me so that I could put things. Oh, we don't have our lipstick. We don't have our lipstick. Hold on. There we go. All right. Hello. Good morning. I'm your host, V Spouses. This is episode 14 of the Good Morning Macrista show. Absolutely. This show was inspired by my grandmothers who woke up at the crack of dawn to have coffee, okay, and watch the daily news. So shout out to our elders who stay informed and keep us on point. Now, today's topic is perfectly imperfect. And I chose this topic because we're all perfectly imperfect in our own way. And the world is showing us that more and more and more. And here was something that I thought was a great idea, but Jamaicans did not. Let's get into our first story because the Jamaicans are upset. Okay, the Jamaicans are pissed off. Hold on, let me put my YouTube link here so people can go. YouTube.com. Hold on one second. But yes, like as I was saying, Jamaicans are upset about this Bob Marley movie. They are all over TikTok and they're going at it because they feel like, in the words of this lady, she said, Marley is a nasty, dirty sellout. A nasty, dirty sellout. She said he is. So I really think that it's very important that we take a look at this because you know, that movie is supposed to represent Jamaica and supposed to have some type of representation towards Rastafarians. So I feel it's important that we can really get into it. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the video. Press present. Video file. Let's get into it. I know. But yeah, I definitely have been up since last night. Okay. And I went to sleep at like 9:30.
You can't do a movie about Bob Marley.
Look at her starting already. Look at my patois coming through. With my Poindexter shorts on. Let's get it. Hold on 1 second. We need me big, her small. There we go. That's how we work with that. Let's go.
I know you was a black Jamaican for me. You know use your yard people them. Me sorry to say no disrespect, but Ziggy Marley, you are shit. Excuse me French. I mean not take it back. Because you sell out your father. The whole of Uno and live off on your father's legacy. I mean, you know what it's like? Think why you bed for dead feel hungry?
But I Israeli live in a surprise.
You sell out your own a black sister and go married to a girl down in Israel. And nothing wrong with it. People are people. But come on, man.
No.
You're going to use...
The mindset we have, because it's a total different
It stinks.
being a real Jamaican.
Can we pause? She said it stinks. Oh, I just have to say, Jamaicans have the worst attitude, but I love hearing them curse people out. I don't know why. They have the worst attitude, great food, and I love hearing them curse people out. Schoolboy in the chat room. Salute to Schoolboy. But yes, let's finish this off.
I don't know what the culture. We used to sell Ziggy, Ziggy was a buy for a win at Papi Market,
Alright.
With them VW bus,
Okay. You know what it's like? Any one of the actors there know what it's like to have cold ground was your bed last night and rockstone was your pillow? Any of them know that? Them a aki. You must sell out. Nasty, dirty sell out. And if it was up to me alone, to them make $1 after that movie, they would have done with a yam their supper. They're worthless. I'm sure Bob Marley, if he could have get up out of his grave right now and talk, it would be this, what where the word would have find out. It is a despicable, nasty, stinking, dirty act.
She said it was a nasty, stinking, dirty act. Translation. So basically, she said that he sold out his people. His father would not approve, and she said that he is married to a girl in Israel. Just to translate for you guys, right? We need the translation, but she's not the only Jamaican online with these issues. There's a lot more Jamaicans who have a lot more to say, and I think it's very, really important that we really need to highlight this, because if you're going to truly honor someone, it's always best to do it in the best light. And I have a point to make after we watch the second clip.
The Rasta man ideas and philosophy is pushed out on that big screen. And people who I know say don't like Rasta. And if them pick me, they ever come in at the house and say, them are going to side Rasta, they would have run them out immediately. Because I know you two come to me and say, why them have problem with them parents? I say, why? Because them going to say, Haile Selassie and I smoke herbs. The parents say, them no want them in the house. As a matter of fact, and I swear to this, one youth come to me, uptown youth, and say, his mother tell him, say, I bet I'm going to turn a batty man than go turn Rasta. You hear me say? The mother say, I bet you go turn a batty man than go turn a Rasta. A lot of the lyrics to that song was written by Curtis Mayfield from the Impression, Dead Now.
Which I didn't know. Shout out to Mutuma Baraka. I'm probably messing up his name. Well-known speaker in Rastafari in Jamaica. And I didn't know that Curtis Mayfield from the Impressions had a hand in writing the One Love iconic song for Bob Marley. Shout out to Curtis Mayfield. Shout out to Curtis Mayfield. Absolutely, 100%.
That song was made from in the ska era. The ska era. That was like a song where they have in a Jamaican house say, put where the gun them and the bomb, too much killing are going in our country. It was made for the times in Jamaica, because even in that time, you did have a whole heap of criminal and gun activities that are going on. And it's a very important part of the whole thing, that right now we see that movie is going to make millions and it's going to bring millions to Jamaica in terms of tourism and the popularity that Jamaica achieved in the 60s and 70s. It's going to come forward again.
Yes, indeed. As we will all come forward again. Americans, West Indians, all of the brown people across the world. Absolutely. I thought that these two comments on the Bob's Marley movie was very important. Opposing views. Clearly, the mother was really upset, calling him a nasty, dirty sellout. And Mutu Marabaka, he basically was saying how the movie could still bring tourism to Jamaica and help bring money back into Jamaica and put money in people's pockets. I can see the benefits of both, honestly. I can really see it. And I really think it's important that we take the time to look at these things. I just want to tell the Jamaicans this, though. When it comes to Hollywood, okay, niggas got to bend over. Cat Williams has already let the cat out the bag. You know, I know y'all calling Ziggy Marley a sellout, but you have to think about all of the American Black films that were made, and American Black people were not playing in them. Yeah. And I have to say this, Jamaicans, you have been selling out. As soon as y'all get to the U.S., y'all sell out. I'm just saying, Jamaicans don't come for the messenger, okay? All Negroes sell out at one point or time just to pass in society. It's just how society is set up. But Jamaicans, yes, y'all come to the U.S. and y'all sell out. And we got to do what we got to do to survive. But let's call a spade a spade. Y'all take off y'all accents when y'all at work, and y'all try to undercut people so y'all can get more work and put yourself above the people who are not Jamaican or not y'all, you know, not where you're from. There's a lot of things that happen with this. So I feel like the mother, you shouldn't be upset because Jamaicans been selling out. Y'all all been nasty, dirty sellouts. Anytime anybody has compromised their moral integrity to get something done, y'all have been nasty, dirty sellouts. So Miss Lady in Jamaica, I maybe that's because she's still in Jamaica. She ain't get to the U.S. yet. But if she got to the U.S. to see her people sell out, oh, they're here. They're here. And I love Jamaicans. I love Jamaican food. I love Jamaican people. I love Jamaican culture. I have Jamaican family members. Oh, yes. And I know that Jamaicans sell out. And there's Jamaicans who will tell you. There's Jamaicans who will tell you. You say, yo, V cooking today? Yes, I did cook early this morning. I had an omelet with some bacon, 100%. All right, now let's get into our next topic. I wouldn't even call this a goddamn topic. This is more so a goddamn concern, okay? We had a motherfucking balloon fly over the Utah state in the United States.
US and Canadian defense officials are tracking a high-altitude balloon first spotted over Utah. You'll probably remember that this incident brings to mind that Chinese spy balloon shot down just over a year ago. ABC's Karen Travers joins us live from the White House. The balloon was first detected. Good morning to you. This one not shot down.
Good morning, Janae. That balloon is now likely over the Atlantic Ocean after moving quickly across the U.S. overnight. It was allowed to continue flying because officials say it posed no threat to national security. Still, NORAD fighter jets intercepted that small balloon over Utah on Friday morning. It was flying at an altitude of 43 to 45,000 feet. And a U.S. official tells us that the balloon is about 50 feet tall with a 2-foot cube payload. Still unknown who launched that balloon, what its mission may be, and what is inside that payload. But important to note, the FAA says that the balloon posed no danger to flight safety. Of course, this does remind everybody about that Chinese spy balloon that just over...
How do we know that it doesn't pose a safety threat? How do we know that? These niggas is trying to set us up. Yo, somebody wake up Joe. Somebody go wake up Joe.
A year ago was spotted flying across the United States. That was sparking big tensions at the time between the two countries. It was very different. It was much bigger. The payload on that Chinese spy balloon was the size of 3 buses, and President Biden ordered it shot down off the coast of South Carolina. Now, with this balloon, there are still a lot of questions. The White House so far is not commenting, but Gio, we are told that President Biden is tracking this.
All right.
Gio?
So what we do know is that Joe is tracking this and it's not a threat. That's what Joe said. Let's hope Joe is right, because if a Chinese balloon showed up last year around on the 4th of February, and they had to shoot it down. But this one, nah, we just gonna let this one pass. Like and so in this video, they say that the balloon is near the Atlantic Ocean, which is why they stopped bothering it. But the next one says that the balloon is still floating over the goddamn United States. Let's watch it. Hold on 1 second.
Utah and is not considered a threat to national security, but its origin and purpose are still unknown. So, David, what do we know so far?
Is traveling at
They don't know a goddamn thing. They don't know nothing. And I hate the fact that they up here on the news trying to act like they're telling news and they ain't got shit to tell us. People, the revolution will be televised. Shout out to Gil Scott-Heron, but I'm sorry. He didn't, he's not here. Now, let me not predate him. I don't know if he's still here or not. Let me not do that. Is Gil Scott-Heron still alive? Hold on. Let's do a quick research. So I'm not wrong. Oh, he did pass away. Rest in peace to Gil Scott-Heron. May 27, 2011. But he didn't make it here to 2024. But I must say the revolution will be televised. It definitely will be televised. So these niggas don't know a goddamn thing.
about 60 miles an hour from west to east, and it's essentially being blown by the winds at an altitude of about 43 to 45,000 feet, which the FAA says is high enough so as not to pose a hazard to commercial aviation. It's described as a small mylar balloon, about 50 feet tall, with a 2-foot square box hanging underneath it. By comparison, that Chinese spy balloon, which flew across the United States almost exactly 1 year ago, was 200 feet tall and carried a payload of intelligence sensors and solar panels that were the size of 2 freight cars. So there's a considerable difference between these two balloons. The U.S. military, of course, shot down the Chinese balloon once it reached the Atlantic Ocean. This balloon is still being blown across the U.S., and NORAD says it will continue to monitor it to make sure that it does not pose a hazard to commercial aviation.
So it doesn't pose a hazard to commercial aviation. But if it's flying up in the sky with the planes, isn't that already a goddamn threat? This nigga look half asleep, just like Joe. This nigga looks half asleep. Oh my God. No, I really think that the U.S. government, I mean, not saying it real name, the government, okay, they're playing on our top people. Right in front of our faces, like right in front of our faces. They're saying that this balloon is not a threat. They're saying that this balloon is somewhere in the Atlantic. Then they're saying it's still flying over the U.S., but it's not a threat. And recently, AT&T did have a data breach, and a lot of people lost cellular service overnight. This happened like 2 or 3 days ago. A lot of people on YouTube are talking about it. Yes. What's going on? Yeah, what's going? Oh, what's going on? Because this is crazy. This is crazy. I really don't have much to say because ain't much information on it. All they know is a goddamn balloon in the sky with a goddamn box underneath it. That shit could be dropping shit for all we know. That shit could be picking up information for, we don't know what it is. And it's sad because all we have to do is go by what they say. But you know what? Shout out to those states that have the right to carry. Because for those states that do have the right to carry, I am definitely for those people, because guess what they can do? They can shoot that motherfucker down. Yes, for the states that have the right to carry, they can shoot that motherfucker down. Unfortunately, we in New York are still working on that. And that's going to be a part of one of the other topics we're going to get to. So now, all right, so we have covered the goddamn balloon that we still don't know much about. We will revisit the balloon when we get more information. Because this is some goddamn bullshit. No, honestly. I feel like the U.S. government is being pussy, okay? Y'all being pussy because y'all went over to Iraq and all these goddamn countries all over the world, dropped bombs and all this kind of dumb shit. And here y'all are having y'all own airspace invaded and y'all do nothing. Y'all just let the shit just go. Like y'all what did Cat Williams say, y'all? They not even gonna say nothing. It's gonna be nothing at the bottom of the TV or nothing, right? This is fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. This is America.
About Bobby. The first one I think everyone saw was
Don't catch you slipping up. Okay, so our next topic that we actually are covering today is Bobbi Althoff. I like call her Adolf Hitler, but that's not her name, right? That's not her name, and I don't want to do that to her. You know, everything in this video is alleged, obviously. But I wanted to get into Bobbi Althoff because, you know, she's been in a lot of people's business lately. But I find it funny that this bitch just got divorced and she has nothing to say. Girl, we want the tea. We want the information. Like, we want to be in your business. Bobbi has spent her last year of her career in all of the black people's businesses. Let's be honest about that. Yeah, she spent a lot of time in their business. And now it's time to get into hers. But let's get into this clip of why niggas... And Funny Marco been told us. So we should have been listening to Funny Marco, but people kept still fucking with Bobbi. And even Bobbi's own husband kept fucking with her. Maybe Bobbi's husband and Funny Marco had a conversation. But let's look at what Funny Marco had to say about Bobbi Althoff.
It should be called Tinder going wrong. Where we meet on Tinder, and then we find out you're not my type, I'm not your type.
I thought it was hilarious. I mean,
yeah, she's funny.
I don't like know her personally, but
I think she got too much hype too quick.
It did happen like crazy.
Way too fast.
Crazy. The style did switch crazy. I feel like she didn't know me, but she wanted to know me. Like, I want to know about it. And then with everybody else, like when she did Offset, it's like, oh, you're Offset, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So the energy changed. So when I watch it, it's like, oh.
It shifted because on my page, she got introduced as, I don't know, like, but I want to know type of girl. Like, I don't know about this, but I want to know. And then now it's like, I don't know and I don't care. So now she give out that to Offset and stuff. Like, I know you're Offset, but I don't care. But with me, it was like, I think you're Funny Marco, but let me learn about you. So on my interview, it gave that open where she was like trying to figure me out. But now it's like the interviews, I think they're like, she's trying to shit on people. And when I watched the interview with Offset, I'm like, damn, that was pretty bad to
Which
be like.
is why I don't like the style.
Yeah.
But isn't it your
But it didn't
style?
start off like that. No, I don't get people in my interview and try to like below them.
How I feel about Bobbi.
Shout out to Funny Marco. He has been peeping game since way back when. He's seen through this bitch since way back. Even Drake been seen through the bitch. Now, I have nothing against Bobbi. I don't. I think the little deadpan white bitch shit is cute. I do. I think it's funny as hell. But it is something to think about. Is she admiring the people that she's doing interviews with, or is she trying to shit on them? And I think Funny Marco has a point because there's a lot of times where she's acting like she's above people or she's acting snarky. Like, that's the type of shit that would turn me off as well. Like, I really don't like that kind of shit because, bitch, you ain't better than nobody. You're actually calling these people to come and to sit down with you and give you some clout, young lady. Yes. And if she sat the fuck down for a quick second, she could learn something. Let's get into this video with Sukihana and her. I really, really think it was really, really so cute. Everybody doing Sukihana, but I seen through this shit. Suki caught the fucking shade that this bitch was throwing and threw that shit right back at her. See, y'all so busy worrying about the goddamn word musician. No, y'all, I speak hood rap, I speak Ebonics and English. And when she say she do music, she do music. Okay? My grandmother was not a person who was well-versed in reading and writing. I had to explain certain things to her. But when she said something, you knew what she said. And she said what she meant. All y'all bitches who want to get into semantics of words and shit like that, but don't be saying the goddamn thing. What'd you say, schoolboy? She's a mayonnaise queen like Travis Swift. Not Travis Swift. Oh my God, that's a new name. Yes, Big Boy Smooth. I speak all three: hood rat, Ebonics, and English. Yes, I do. Which is why I understand Sukihana and Sexy Red. I get where they're coming from. They some real ass bitches. Let's get into this clip from Bobbi Althoff and Sukihana.
With the good coochie?
How many times are you gonna ask that question?
Until you answer it.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Nasty stuff, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like anything.
You make a lot of money doing that?
Baby, one thing about me is everybody.
She's trying to be cute. She's like, like anything. She's like, you make a lot of money doing that. Doing anything? Bitch, what you trying to imply? Okay, let's finish it because I this bitch.
No, I'm sick with the big Gucci, so I always make a lot of money. What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I make music, and that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician,
not
magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
Suki is reading her. Y'all missed it. Y'all wanted to sit here and drag Suki. Suki is reading the fuck out of her. Y'all missing this shit. Let's go, Suki.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you, just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Your mom wrote that for you.
Bitch, you heard what the fuck I said? I'll be sure I said, fuck y'all, man. Y'all heard her, okay? Shout out to my black queen on the screen, Sukihana. She said she does music. Bitch, you know what the fuck she means. You're playing semantics with words. It ain't about the goddamn word. It's not. But because you think you're smarter than somebody, you want to harp on the fact that she may have misinterpreted a word that you said, or she's saying something differently. I do music, and saying you're a musician is the same fucking thing. So for Bobbi to keep reiterating the actual word musician, it bothers me. But Bobbi is doing this sit down with Sukihana. Meanwhile, she couldn't be in the hood because a hood rat bitch would have slapped her up and be like, bitch, I do music. Stop fucking playing with me. Suki is being nice. I told y'all, I speak hood rat, Ebonics, and English. And Suki is being very, very nice. Okay? Very nice. Let's continue.
Does she still help you write music?
No. I think my music might be a little bit too nasty for her.
What's like your nastiest lyric ever? What? Don't look at me like that.
I mean, it's stuff that y'all like to do in y'all culture. So it's like, I don't feel like you would not accept me. But it's like this. Bitch stopped the car, I gotta piss. He just ate my ass, he wanna switch.
Okay.
You know what to say.
She know what to say. And this is why I have a problem with Bobbi. Bobbi want to sit there and act motherfucking stupid. You brought Suki down there because you know that she's Suki with the goddamn good coochie. You know that much. So you know something about her music. I find it very hard to believe that you don't know the song Eating His Ass, because that's what y'all bitches is doing. I suck dick. I don't eat ass. That's just not my thing. Respect to those who do. You know, but that eating ass was never really a type of thing. It was something that came from different cultures, and now it's in the black culture. Okay? Just like tracks. Tracks was in the black culture, you know. Other people are wearing them now too. Let's finish this out.
What are we doing?
I really don't
Eating
know.
his ass.
Okay.
You don't have to act like you never did it. Because one of my good friends, she said when she was in school, high school, that all the white girls was eating niggas' asses in high school. And it's okay. When I made the song, I made it to piss people off. But then I found out it's a whole community. All my fans were white girls and they were singing my song. And I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, okay, so this is a thing.
So your nails.
Thank you.
They're really pretty.
Yeah, I love.
Who do you go to?
Actually, these are press ones.
What?
Press ones, yeah. They make them for me. They fit each nail, and I just wear them for the interviews. And then, after I'm done, take them off.
How do you take them off?
I just pop them off because I really got normal shit that I have to do.
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm
That's
a mom.
so smart. Yeah.
Who can do mom stuff with these long nails? These are for two things, like literally, like camera.
And let me show y'all the amount of class that Suki has. She let it be known, hey, I have these nails on for interviews, appearances, or whatnot. But when I'm doing real shit in the world with her real fucking life, okay, she's not wearing videos. I gotta increase the volume on the video. I know that it's really low. I'm gonna have to go back in and do that because I don't know why the video audio just came out low like that. But yes, it is an issue. It's definitely it's. I mean, what I was saying is it's an issue that Bobbi's trying to make her look a certain way because Suki is a real mother and she's a real woman out here, and what you see is not always what her real life actually is. She has 3 kids and she's, you know, being a businesswoman. She's taking care of business in the ways that she needs to, you know, so she's letting it be known like, hey, I can do this, but in my real life, I know how to tone it down. I know how to be a regular woman. I know how to exist in society and handle things on a daily basis. And I don't need all these nails to do it. Shout out to Suki. Okay, Black Queen on the screen. Y'all gonna show Sukiana some goddamn respect around it.
And sucking dick, like this is dick grippers.
What do you call them?
Dick grippers, baby.
Okay,
You
I
don't
thought
know
I
dick
missed.
grippers?
I just thought I.
You have them.
What does this mean?
I mean, how long have you had that?
I just got it yesterday.
So that's the first time?
Yeah.
Or it's not a reoccurring thing?
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Okay,
What do you mean?
I mean, white toes.
What does that mean?
I'm not gonna tell you because you think I'm outrageous. It has a meaning, ma'am.
You should tell me so I don't.
Okay, so first of all, you don't even have the real white.
Okay.
You have the transparent white that looks like nut. I mean, what do you?
Yeah, bitch, this is where I learned some shit because I've had white nails, French manicures, pink nails. Yeah, Suki has put me on in this interview. You have to get the nail color according to the place that you are at in life. If you want to get nutted in, you get the milky white. She gonna explain. She gonna break it down. Schoolboy says, if you've never eaten ass, then how you know you don't like it? Because I like to suck dick. I don't need to eat ass. I do one thing, that's it. I barely lick balls. Like, I'm not even, it's too early. It's way too early. And Schoolboy says, Suki is disgraceful as fuck. She don't want her kids to listen. Because she's smart. She knows that there are things for adults and there are things for children. And because she's a good mom, she knows how to separate the two. Didn't your parents tell you go in the back room when you was a little kid? Yes. While they listen to them Red Fox CDs? Absolutely. There are things for adults and there are things for children. Suki knows. And Big Boy Smooth says, I believe that niggas was always doing that shit, but they just wasn't saying nothing. Niggas probably was already in ass. Who knows? He said, but F that male queen. Suki over the whites. Okay. I can't. Yeah, shout out to the Black Queen on our screen, Sukiana. Y'all gonna show her some goddamn respect, raising 3 beautiful babies out here.
Call that. Because when I get those done, I say I want my nut colored nails. What do you think that is?
Milky white?
No, milky white, milky. Come on.
And shout out to TNT. It says, first of all, don't no one want to be in no man's ass. My childhood friend. Right, Tia. I suck dick, Tia. I could suck dick, but I eating ass is just, it's not my thing. Salute to the woman who can do it. I'm just not there. I ain't there.
That's what it said.
Bro, I'm going to tell you what it means. So let me tell you something about toes, because you got your feet out, so I already know you're probably in the foot world.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
It's okay.
I promise
It's okay.
you. I'm not.
I don't care.
I don't have anything against it, though.
I don't care.
But I'm not.
I don't
I'm
care.
not. I know you don't care.
I call Bobbi passive-aggressive ass hoeing. It's passive-aggressive hoeing. You know why? Because she has her feet out. She's showing some skin, but she ain't really trying to bust it open, if that makes sense. You know? People will call that class. No. She's a married woman. Her feet shouldn't be out. That's for her husband. But here she is on this goddamn interview sitting with her feet out. As soon as Suki had to start to point it out, this bitch go hide her feet. Why you hiding it now?
You're like wiggling
Right,
your toes
where you
right
are
now.
now. Yeah, that's what I do. Especially like if I'm nervous or if just I think something's funny or I'm blushing, like always wiggle my toes. That's something that only the guys I date know.
Why are you nervous right now?
Nervous?
You just said that.
I said funny too.
Okay, why are
What's funny?
Yeah.
It's funny just because, like, I don't know. But either way, let's get into the toes.
Okay.
So these right here, you know, I'm a little older than you. I got to be because don't indicate
like a French
petty
yeah.
indicates a little class.
Okay.
A little class.
Okay.
And
And on what?
I started with white toes like you. I was there. That right there means that you like to get nutted in. That's why every girl that gets those white toes, they say, oh, yeah, he want to get me pregnant. White toes gonna get you pregnant. No, you just like getting nutted in. And it's okay, I do too. We look grown, we look classy, you know. You still on your second.
Oh, to clarify, white toes mean you like getting nutted in. I'm on the path to making babies, so I need to get me some white toes. Oh, yes, let's finish this out.
My third, so you know. I've been there, done that, but this right here, this is what the guys like.
Yeah, she know what the niggas like. Had she taken Suki's advice, she may still be married now. Yo, it would be funny as hell if her nigga popped up with a bitch like Suki. I'd be living for it. Because her ex-husband's some kind of software engineer, which is surprisingly important to me. Because this bitch Bobbi Althoff popped up out of nowhere. But if her husband is into software and all that, he knows how to get the bots going. Yeah, the bots. YouTube bots, Instagram bots, all algorithm shits. He not to work his way through. He do software and shit. You know, it is what it is. Anywho, Bobbi, I really feel like now that you're a single woman with 2 kids, you are a baby mama now. You are now a baby mama. Okay, you are now a baby or ex-wife. You know, baby mama, ex-wife. She's still without a man and she now has 2 kids. So you need to be following exactly what Suki did because she has 3 kids and she's been handling it on her own very, very well. Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. Now we are moving on to some very, very triggering stories. I have a father who worked for the MTA. I know several people who work for the MTA transit system inside of New York City. And it's sad that this happened to this MTA worker. This MTA worker was attacked on Wall Street early in the goddamn morning. I still am baffled at how this out. I really am. And I really think that New York City is not doing enough about this. And I also feel like this. Maybe if, we had a stand your ground law, maybe, we legalize. No, that's not it. If we legalize some stuff, then maybe we would be able to, we would get a chance to be able to defend ourselves.
The Wall Street 4-5 subway station. Watch as this MTA station worker, armed with just a flashlight, is trying to get a man sleeping under a bench to move along. What happened next? Caught on video, and this video now in the hands of NYPD detectives. Watch as the man, visibly angry, moves at the female station agent, and suddenly police say he attacks, punching, kicking, and shoving the 58-year-old woman into the side of the train car. The NYPD also has this camera angle, with police saying this video shows suspect Abdallahi Muhammad attacking the MTA worker.
Unprovoked, she did nothing to deserve this.
We asked the MTA for comment about this incident, and a leading executive agreed to meet us at the Wall Street station to voice support for the worker.
Our expectation is a person comes to the job in one way and should go home the exact way that they came in.
Someone, Pistol Proferaci, he said he's in Atlanta. It's bad when everybody got a gun. Well, the problem is the bad people already have guns. So you're not going to be able to take away the guns that the bad people have. If you can't do that, then you have to give the good people guns. You said that's cops, MTA, police delinquency? 100%. But New Yorkers do not, I'm not saying that they don't have the right to defend themselves, but we don't have the legal right to use lethal force. And in this instance, this older lady who was being attacked by an immigrant, okay, Muhammad, okay, because Muhammad comes from a country where they stone bitches for showing their legs and shit like that. So he thought he was going to come over here and pounce on a black woman. Oh, but he learned that day. That nigga learned that day. That day right there, he learned. Let's go. And this union, and I feel like this lady should be suing the goddamn MTA, truthfully. Because why was it her job to interact with the homeless people? Shouldn't there be a police presence for her to have to do that? That shouldn't be a part of her job. We already know that homeless people are dangerous or could possibly be dangerous because not all of them are. But we know that the potential for violence and danger is there. And the fact, I want to know who told her to go do that. That person should be held accountable for what happened to her. Let's get.
So it's completely unacceptable that this would happen to a person just trying to do their job.
After they save her, watch as a crowd of New Yorkers.
Right. I want you armed, but I want you trained and head on a swivel. 100%. I think it's important for people to be armed, but also training is extremely important. You got too many little niggas running down the street shooting behind themselves, or they shooting and killing babies and doing all this kind of dumb shit because they don't know how to shoot. I would absolutely agree. Salute to you, amusement. But I absolutely agree. Yeah, the supervisor sent her down there. And look, they had, as soon as they all got this man, Muhammad, they got Muhammad off of the MTA worker. And now they got Muhammad sitting down in the corner, as you can see. And he's like, oh, please don't hurt me. Nigga, we should be still beating your ass until the cops get here. But they did the civilian thing to do because they know, obviously, if there would have been more harm come to him, then the people who were helping could possibly be charged. And we don't want that to happen. So they did do the right thing as far as what our legal system entails. But street justice would allow them to get his ass beat until them people came. Absolutely.
Stand watch over the suspect, making him sit on the platform until police arrive. The MTA worker clearly injured, one of her eyes swollen shut.
She's there to support the customers, and the customers were there to support her.
Maureen Mallory suffered a fractured eye socket.
He was immediate, like he was mumbling, like I don't know what he was saying. And so I started to walk away, and I was going to, notify through our emergency system, police. And before I could do that, he got irate and started following me down and then ultimately hitting me.
Mayor Adams says officers are being placed on 12-hour tours after deployments were scaled back in recent months for lack of funding.
You want more visibility, more.
Y'all heard that? He said deployment was scaled back for lack of funding. Where's the money going? Mayor Adams, where's the fucking money going? You know how high taxes is in fucking New York City? Where's the fucking money going? Oh, you know what? It's going to all these fancy ass NYPD cars. These niggas are overweight and they don't want to get out the car. They don't want to get and walk around. They want to bother niggas in their vehicles all goddamn day. That's what they want to do. The police don't want to do real walking and patrolling and shit like that. Nah, they want to sit in the car and drive around. They want to run red lights, cause accidents. That's the type of shit that they want to do, It's getting me pissed off.
We want officers walking through the trains, being at the platforms, being near the token booths. And
this is Wall Street at 7 a.m. Why is there no police officers at the fucking station? There should have been no reason that they had to hold that man down and wait for police to come. You mean to tell me in New York City's financial district at 7 a.m. on a weekday, there are no police officers? You got to be fucking, what the fuck are y'all doing? Now, I get it. The outer boroughs sometimes don't get as much security, but you're talking about Wall Street, the financial district. This didn't even happen in East New York, or this didn't even happen in it didn't even happen in the outer borough areas. We're talking about downtown Manhattan on a weekday. There's no excuse for that. And our next video is going to show exactly why there's no police officers there. Let's go.
Where the crime is actually taking place. And we're seeing a substantial amount of that crime taking place on our subways.
Union leaders say workers and riders deserve better from the mayor and from the MTA.
We're not asking for much. We're asking for safety. It must be prioritized. This don't make no damn sense right now on what is going on to our members in this system.
The suspect was identified by police here as a 25-year-old homeless man. The assault happened at 6 a.m. last Wednesday. He is charged tonight with felony assault.
Shout out to that union rep. Like he said, this makes no damn sense. No damn sense. Amusement says because it's getting wild, they looking for a reason to over police. I understand it could be they're looking for a reason to over police, but they're not policing at all. Policing is just standing around. The fact that there's no police on Wall Street at 7 a.m., that's crazy. This is not no outer boroughs. This is the financial district, one of the busiest areas in New York City. And you mean to tell me there's no security over there? Then you can imagine what it looks like on those outer boroughs. You can imagine what the outer boroughs is dealing with. Look, and here go Pistol. He said, I thought Manhattan was safe. Weed legal. What are the cops whining about? Exactly. You would think that the financial district would be safe. Not even the money ain't safe. The money ain't safe. The money's not safe, people. Shout out to Schoolboy. Schoolboy says, Mayor Adams makes my skin itch. He makes my skin itch too. Yeah, he makes my skin itch too. I'm over him. I can't wait till we get another mayor. And hopefully somebody can do something different. I'm truly hoping that. And you know why? There was no, I'll show you guys why. I will show y'all why there was no police presence.
Come to fruition, and
there was no police presence on Wall Street at 7 a.m. because they have an NYPD dance team now. Yeah. They have a dance team that fucking sucks. And they look like they're out of breath. Let's get into it.
The goal of the team.
So the goal of the team is to make sure that we have a space to do have a mental, release our mental, stress, our mental issues. Because, we have.
Bitch, you should be releasing your mental stress at home. When you are off, this is the time for you to go sit the fuck down somewhere. And you know what? Let me tell y'all this too. Y'all hoes want to get on a motherfucking dance team. There are a bunch of dance studios throughout New York City. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all couldn't go to a dance studio to stress out, get your stress out and shit like that? No, because y'all police get to a place to where you think you are better than humans in society, and then y'all don't want to be around people in society because y'all think y'all better than people because somebody gave you a uniform and a badge. But let me tell you something. You bleed like everybody else. You bleed like everybody else.
A lot of things we see on the job, from any kind of robbery or any kind of, just any kind of crime. So we have to have a space to decompress and just have a space to relax and have fun.
Wow.
So we do like going into the community, especially going to the schools, to make sure that the kids have a place to exercise. So we do a lot of little intensive with the kids and do that. We also go to parades and galas. We did a line of duty spouses gala last year, actually. We're hoping to do it again. So we performed with them too.
And a basketball game recently?
And the basketball game, yes, and we won. PD versus FD.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
What was that like?
We won, and it was great. It was so fun.
And yeah, I had some music because they're dancing to Flow Riders. You know I'm on now. The club can't even handle me right now. Look at these fucking bitches, yo. They first of all, they offbeat. They don't have their 8 count together. These hoes look tired, and I want to get back to when they look at these bitches on the floor. Look at who bought these fucking uniforms. Probably us. Look at these fucking bitches, yo. We don't need this. This makes
Did you see some of those high kicks? I would not want to mess up with them in the middle of a dark alley.
This dance in particular, we've been practicing the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Wow, look at that.
I got one of the moves. I can do this.
These hoes did a couple of 8 counts for 3 minutes, and these hoes is out of breath. How y'all gonna save somebody? Come on, so it.
After they received some crushing comments on social media following their performance Monday on the Pix 11 morning news.
We don't use any department funds or taxpayer dollars.
It really humanizes our officers. It is a way to alleviate the stress.
Like other privately funded extracurricular.
You trying to alleviate the stress, go home and sit the fuck down. And if you want to dance, there are a bunch of dance studios all throughout New York City that they could have participated in. But no, they have to be around other cops because they feel like they're too good to be around humans. They're too good to be around civilians. Really get into the community and be around the people once you take off your badge. But no, y'all still feel like y'all better than people. So that's why y'all have to create a separate dance team. You said they got donut disease. Yeah, that's why they tired. They did about 3 8 counts. Tired in the motherfucker now. Yeah, he just wasting now. Mayor Adams is wasting fucking money, and we need to really look at this shit because we're paying for it. And they claim that this is not coming out of taxpayer dollars; it's coming out of private funding. But these officers are still being paid on their off days. So whatever time that they're using, locations that they're using, I am sure that allegedly that there are some funds coming from the taxpayers going to assist this bullshit. And y'all not gonna tell me otherwise.
Teams like the NYPD boxing and the NYPD baseball teams. Yet those teams have not received the same level of vitriol.
Okay, yes, they have an NYPD boxing team and also NYPD baseball team. They're not on Pix 11 News trying to show us their moves. Why the fuck are y'all putting, like, image-wise, the NYPD, what to say, protect and serve? What the fuck does a dance team have to do with protecting and serving? Why the fuck are y'all showing us this shit? Y'all are wasting TV time showing us this shit. Let's finish this out.
Peter Shankman, who was himself a volunteer on the NYPD triathlon team, is the co-founder of Mental Capital Consulting.
I think a lot of the reason comes down to misogyny. And so you're looking at an environment that is ripe for women to be picked on in any capacity, especially in such a case as New York, where NYPD is not the most celebrated at times.
His advice, never read the comments.
Niggas are not picking on women from the NYPD. We are bothered because crime is on the rise in New York City, and you have police officers showing us their fucking dance moves. What the fuck are we supposed to do with this shit? You say you went and I said they milk the system for overtime. Yeah, they do be milking the system for overtime and pay. Yo, you can't tell me that the New York City taxpayer who bought the uniforms. I need them to show and prove that it's not coming from taxpayer funding. Don't just get on TV and be like, oh, the taxpayer is not paying for this. No, show us. Show us that it's coming from somewhere else and not the taxpayers. And I believe y'all. Show us.
And remember,
they're just going after a target because it's what they see. Tomorrow, they'll be going after something else.
No, actually, tomorrow we're not going after something else. We're going after the goddamn New York PD dance team. That's what we're doing. We're going to stay on their ass. And y'all ain't even good. Like, y'all ain't even good. Y'all offbeat. Y'all tired. Like, I don't even know what's worse. Y'all being police officers dancing or y'all fucking sucking? I don't know. I don't know what's fucking worse. This is why I got to stay off of the internet because y'all raised my goddamn blood pressure. And I don't even have blood pressure yet. Got blood pressure problems yet, but these niggas is about to make it. Yeah, we protest, we show up, but they don't have to act. Exactly. Ain't that the shit? NYPD is the Irish mob for real. Talk about it. Because most of those girls, and some of their daddies work there, their uncles work there, and they say, yeah, sure, come in. We'll give Sarah a job, you know? We'll give Sarah a job. And Sarah is overweight now on the goddamn New York PD dance team. Not saving a motherfucker, okay? Not saving a goddamn... They need their energy for all of the missions that they have to go on to solve crimes in New York City. They should not be thinking about, okay, what's the next 8 count in the performance on Friday? No, that's not your fucking mission. You signed up to be a police officer. If you wanted to dance, then you should have been a police officer. You should have signed up for the fucking the Jets fucking cowgirl shit. I don't know. But or go on TikTok, something. Donut missions, exactly. That's all they got. They ain't solving crime. Donut missions. Donut fucking missions. But salute to my real police officers who do real work out there. I do want to say that. But this NYPD dance team shit is some goddamn bullshit. 100%. Envelope missions. Yeah. Yeah, because they're here to protect and serve for commerce. But for common folk, it becomes a little different. Differente, okay?
Come to fruition.
I don't want to see that shit no more. Let's remove this shit off of my shit. He says the police is patrolling migrant camps. Sometimes they are, but maybe they don't have time to now because they have to do the dance team, right? Maybe they don't have the time to promote to patrol those types of things. Now let's get into our last topic of today, which is the first federal crime over gender identity.
Gender-based hate crime trial.
Someone's been charged, you know? Yeah, like they out there and they're rare. And Easy Larry says, the sheriff is the only one I trust. I'm from LA and LAPD is just as worse as New York. New York has sheriffs, but they spend most of their time trying to evict people. They don't help as much either. You only see them when they delivering paperwork and shit like that, you know? But I really think that they do need a bigger police presence. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If we have to over police to keep people safe, then that's what the fuck we paying for. Why are we paying taxes then? Because if we paying taxes for y'all to have a dance team, y'all might as well just let me arm myself at this point. And y'all come pick the motherfucker up. At this point. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. This is why. And you know, that's a whole other thing I'm going to get into. The shit, yeah, so they're making big money. They're making big money then. Ain't that something? All right, let's get into our last topic for today.
Taking place in Colombia, Walker Lawson has an update from the federal courthouse.
Several people who knew the defendant Daquan Ritter took the stand this afternoon. First was Kiera Mowry, who is the girlfriend of Ritter's uncle. She lived with his uncle during the time of the murder. Their home is located on the same street that Dime was found in a car shot to death. Mowry said Ritter came by the house that day and spoke with his uncle. The two later left, saying they were going to the store. Mowry said she later left to go to her mom's and she saw a lot of law enforcement. At the scene of the crime, she called Ritter's uncle to tell him what she saw, and he answered the phone, and in the conversation said he heard Daquan had killed Dime. That caused the defense to claim it's hearsay and requested a mistrial, saying Mowry did not have that in her previous testimony before the grand jury. The judge denied the motion and instructed the jury to disregard the statement. Two other witnesses took the stand, saying they saw Ritter that afternoon. One testified to seeing Ritter walking down the street with clothes in his hand. Both witnesses testified to later seeing smoke coming from a home near them. The prosecution says they have two more witnesses to testify tomorrow.
Old news tonight, a South Carolina man has been found guilty of killing a black transgender woman. The trial in Colombia was the nation's first over a hate crime based on gender identity. Well, Daquan Ritter is convicted now of killing Dime Doe, who was born a male but identified as a woman. Jurors ruled that Ritter fatally shot Dime Doe 3 times in 2019 because of her gender identity. The 4-day trial centered on the secret sexual relationship between Doe and Ritter. Prosecutors allege he had grown agitated in the weeks before the killing after their affair was exposed. A sentencing date has not been set just yet, but Ritter now faces a maximum of life imprisonment without parole.
I want to know why this case in South Carolina has to be a gender identity case. Can it be black on black crime? Niggas shoot each other all the time. Like one nigga goes to the hood and shoots somebody and another the niggas do this shit all the time. Just because someone is wearing a wig and threw some makeup on, that makes this difference. Now, granted, this it did expose the young man Daquan, sorry, let me be clear. Daquan. The it, which was Dime Doe, did okay, let me get this shit right. All right. So Dime Doe, which is the it, Dime Doe, it did expose Daquan online about their affairs. Now, my problem with the it is still a nigga just like Daquan. Now, y'all calling them a she, that's y'all preference. My preference is to identify people as what they biologically born as. That's my preference. Okay? That's my preference. But my issue mainly with this is why does this have to be a gender identity killing? And South Carolina, someone mentioned on YouTube as well that South Carolina and Wyoming are the only states that don't have those laws in place for gender identities, and that this case had to be brought to a federal court because South Carolina won't touch it. South Carolina ain't with the bullshit now. They not with the bullshit now. Now, my problem is that they're making this a case of just gender identity. It's two niggas who got into it. Somebody exposed somebody else, and a nigga shot a nigga. Shot a nigga. Like this ain't that deep. And I feel like they're starting to do this to set this up to try to compare gender identity killings to hate crimes that happened in the 50s and 60s. Y'all have already given these alphabet people more rights than black people. I'm fucking tired of it because niggas, they still ain't get their 40 acres in the mule. We're still waiting on the 40 acres in the mule while we are watching y'all give immigrants debit cards. We are watching y'all give all of these other quote unquote minorities benefits that are off of the hands of black Americans in America. This is some goddamn bullshit. I don't believe that this is an identity killing. And whatchamacallit, the it fuck around and found out. This is a case of fuck around and find out. That it went online and tried to expose this man. Who knows what type of embarrassment it inflicted on this man and his livelihood. And Daquan Ritter had the last word. Rest in peace to Dime Doe. No one deserves to have their life taken away from them. I don't agree with that. But when you do certain things, you have to know the reaction that you're getting from people. Now, clearly, Daquan been rocking with the it for quite some time. So clearly he didn't have a problem with the it. He was dealing with it, so he didn't have a problem with it. It was the exposing. And Daquan probably told that it, don't tell nobody. Keep your mouth shut, it. And fuck around and found out. Oh, man. And Pistol Pete says, that's what I'm waiting to see. You can kill over that. Yeah. And Pistol Pete say he went to Morehouse. I know the Morales of classmates. Yeah, you don't do. Yeah, I really just think that you just don't expose people. If somebody tells you, let's just keep this on the low, maybe that's what they really want to do in their life. Who are you to invade that? You know, and a lot of its are going around and not disclosing that they're its. They're not disclosing their original sexuality. They're not showing their baby pictures. And some of them are out here willingly trying to fool heterosexual males. And then when they get into compromising positions, then they want to be like, oh my God, he's attacking me. No, let's really dig into this. I don't think this is a gender identity killing. I really think this is two niggas who got into it, and that's what it needs to be. This is your girl, Vanessa Smiles. I want to say thank you guys for rocking with me today. You guys are appreciated. If y'all can, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see y'all, if not again next week, inside of the Munch 'em Off. Later, y'all.
Now, goddammit, don't start hating now. You wasn't hating when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. God bless. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking up money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have me to fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at?